Kenzie and Alexa Ickert, welcome to the MSUM Dragons Podcast. How are you both today?
Doing great.
Just so we're clear on our broadcast, Kenzie's in the Dragons red and Alexa's in the Saint Scholastica blue. So we are repping a couple of different teams here, and that's kind of the story of today because first of all, I want to talk about soccer and all that kind of fun stuff. But the reason we're really here is there was a unique event earlier this season where you two, who, correct me if I'm wrong, are seniors.
Yes.
Got to play against each other in a collegiate soccer match.
Yes.
So we're going to get to that in the first part and at the end of this, so people have some reason to keep watching. But first of all, where did the love of soccer come from in your family? And how did you guys get involved in soccer to the point where you're both, which is also a cool thing, collegiate soccer players?
Yeah, well, ever since we were young, we always went to our older sister's soccer game. Like that's kind of where we lived, was the soccer field. We started really young. I think we were 4 when we started. We played over at St. Louis Park for a while, transferred to Waconia, and then we ended up playing club at Tonka United out of Minnetonka.
Yep, and Tonka United was a very high level team that we were playing on. So we both got to just hone in on our soccer skills and just get really good. And that's how we we're like, well, we really want to play collegiate soccer. We want to play as long as we can because we love the sport.
Mm-hmm.
What positions do you play and why? And because, the thing is, some twins go in opposite directions. You do that, I'm going to do this. But you guys decided to play the same thing. You couldn't play the same position at the same time. So who decided who got what in the positional argument?
I don't even know how we ended up. I play forward, and my mom will always say it's because I have an attacking mentality. I'm always trying to run through the ball, run through the person, just go to goal. I don't know how we ended up there.
Mm-hmm. And then I always played defense. Now I play the 6, which is defensive midfielder. And my mom will say that I have just very defensive mindset where I'm always like, okay, where's the ball? Where's everyone else? Okay, now we go up. Just kind of making sure that the ball's not getting past me.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about sports. You can play the same game, but think about it completely differently based on your personality. And mom called it all along. So you got to give a shout out to mom. Speaking of your parents, you guys got to, grow up playing together. What's it like for them as they get to support 2 different programs at the same time as you guys grow up? And then how'd that go?
Oh, it was funny actually. My mom was like, what do I wear? Dragon stuff, Saint stuff? I'm like, you just have to switch at halftime. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no, growing up, we were always on the same team, so that was easy, but definitely going our different ways in college, it was okay, does mom go one way, dad go the other, or is it mom and dad go together to one place? And since we're so far away from each other, it kind of worked out as okay, this weekend mom and dad are going to Moorhead, next weekend they're going to Duluth, or whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to back up a step and talk about, you guys grew up in school and club, playing together. What does soccer mean for your guys' bond as siblings? And what does it mean in the question I'm asking is kind of, how is playing and participating in something like this, winning, losing, picking each other up when they have a good one or a bad one and all that sort of stuff, getting up to that college level, when you guys were playing together, what was the role of soccer in your guys' relationship?
For me, it was just kind of always having my best friend with me, just playing together. We always just had that friendship. When we moved from team to team and we were meeting new people, it was nice because we always had each other. And yeah, you're right. When we lost, or we would be in the car rides together going home. And if we were getting yelled at, we both were getting yelled at. We were in it together. So yeah. I think that was always a nice thing.
Yeah, it was never it's always a team effort in every game. So it's kind of nice having your teammate right next to you. We always got to bounce ideas off each other. And that is what grew our soccer IQ, was oh, we should have done this and this and this. And next time we're going to do this. And just as I mean, you'll hear a lot of people that we played with, they'll be like, oh, there's like a twin bond. Like somehow we always find each other's feet out on the field. Like we just know where each other's gonna be. And that, like, I mean,
is that true? Is that a real thing? Do you feel that? Is it just because you guys spent so much time? Like if two people played soccer together that much, I would feel like they would have the same bond. But is there something special with the off the field time that you also spent together growing up as a family?
Oh yeah, definitely have this bond. And like you said, we played together forever. So we just had, like, I always knew where she was going to be because I knew her playing style. And so like that made it easy. But yeah, we definitely have this bond. And I think in the end, it makes our whole family closer. Like all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of funny when we actually played each other. Kenzie was coming up against on my back. And like, I don't know why, I'm always like, okay, she's coming this side, I'm turning this way.
Yep, she has move.
She immediately came to my side and she was like, I know your moves, like you can't turn. And I was like, get away from me.
So what has it been like now? What has soccer been like for you since you've gone different ways and you lost that teammate on your team, but you still have someone going through the same part of the journey that you are, is going to college and playing intercollegiately? Like, what has that shift been like for you two?
I mean, we still bounce a lot of ideas off each other. I watch Alexa's game whenever I can, and she watches mine. So we're able to still get that like soccer IQ ideas bouncing off each other. But it's definitely nice to separate and kind of build our own individual like soccer life just for a little bit, because we have played for so long together. So
yeah, I mean, we both have our two separate experiences. Like they're not the same at all, but it's always nice to always come back and be like, Kenzie, like I just need to talk to you about this. And we just kind of like, or you're always there for each other no matter what.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's amazing. And I love that so much. You have no idea. You get to the game. Have you ever played against each other before? I mean, obviously in practice, you always kind of scrimmage against each other all the time, but have you ever played in like, you're dead to me against each other kind of thing?
No. Not until this year when we played each other.
So in your senior seasons, as you end, you know, we only get so long to compete at that level. You know, some of us might be fortunate to go on and beyond. That's not for all of us. But in your final seasons together, you get to face off against each other. What was the excitement and the, I'm sure, massive crap talking behind the scenes? And I'll try to keep it as PG as possible. What was the buildup like to that one?
Oh, well, it was really fun. I liked having Alexa here because they came a night before the game. So me and Alexa were able to hang out for a little bit. We like went and got some ice cream. We went downtown and listened to some live music. And we kept making jokes like, we're going to injure the enemy, and just like stuff like that, just kind of joking around.
Yeah, I mean, we were always looking forward to this game. And then even before it ended, we were like, oh my God, this is going to be over so soon. We're going to miss it. We're going to do it again. And like, it's a really cool moment. And when it was over, it was sad. It was like, this may never ever happen again. Like, this is the one and only time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it literally was a once in a lifetime game for both of you. How's that set in? Did you do anything differently in the game knowing that? I mean, obviously you got to have a little contact. I mean, I'm sure there might have been I don't know. You tell me, what was that like?
It was hard. I'm gonna be honest, like I cheer for the Saints all the time. So like going against them, I was like, it's so hard for me not to like be like, good job, Alexa, good job.
So
like,
you both had the scout, so you knew what to.
Yeah.
Watching each other play, you knew you had the scout for coaches nailed down, so you could help each other out, right?
Just a little bit. I try not to give too much away because I still love the Saints and wanted them to succeed as well.
You know, it was funny. My coach was like, look out for number 4. Like, she looks a lot like one of our players. And like,
But
and I was
she's
like,
not.
She's not. Don't pass to her.
Yeah. Don't let her get the ball. Don't let her get past the back line. And so that was fun. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in game other than knowing each other's moves and feeling each other's presence of, how you guys played any differently? Did it get you moving a little bit quicker and a little bit faster because you knew that bond was out there with you?
Yeah, no, definitely. When I saw Lex get the ball, I'm like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go challenge her.
Yeah.
Yes. my responsibilities, whatever I've been told to do, that's gone.
Yeah.
Cheater, you're mine. So I had a similar experience when I was in college. I played against my best friend who we grew up together, born in the same hometown, played together our entire lives. And we finally got to play each other collegiately. And he plays a different position than I do. And during the game, I just called my teammate off and I'm like, dude, I got this. Let's go. And you have that moment where you both kind of smile at each other.
Yeah.
You have that moment where you're just like, okay, let's go. Let's do this. This is what we're here for.
Yeah. No, we definitely had that. I remember Alexa looking at me and she's like, get away from me. And I'm like, nope.
Yeah. And all my teammates are like, right when you guys are like going up against each other, you both were smiling and giggling. And it's like, yeah, we were, because we're like, this is really weird.
Yeah. So, I'm sure you get a flood of something when that happens, of just all those memories playing when you were little kids in your yard, and growing up and all together. And all that kind of comes back when that ball hits both your feet at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a cool moment. And that's why I wanted to have you guys on the show today. What now, as you look back at that, as you look back at a little bit of, your seniors as well, what was that game like for you now that you have some time to reflect on it and think about it a little bit? How important was that in your guys' relationship?
I mean, it was really important. Like, I am so happy that Christy and Dave were able to make it happen for us. Cause
yeah, we don't play you guys.
No,
we don't play the Saints very often. I don't think we've ever played the Saints, to be honest.
No.
And those moments that are bigger than words are so cool to me, when there's that narrative, that story of you guys getting to play against each other. And it's about something more than sports when that happens.
Yeah.
And that's why that moment is so special. But like I said, now that you've had time to think about it and decompress it a little bit, what did that moment mean to you guys now that you've had time to think about it?
Well, for me, it's definitely like a career highlight here at MSUM. It's just so cool that we were able to do it. And looking back, it was a close game. It could have gone either way, and it was fun. And I was sad when it was over, but it's such a happy memory that we're gonna have for the rest of our lives.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I'm excited to be telling our kids about, this one time your moms played against each other.
No, you're thinking that far down.
I'm like, we're gonna watch video and everything.
Yes, we're gonna watch.
Yeah, and that's why I love doing what I do, because I get to time capsule this moment for you guys. And I get to take all the video our Go Teamers got and all the photos our Go Teamers got, and I'm going to overlay it over this thing, and we're going to make it awesome.
Yeah.
But obviously watching the full game and seeing you guys run at each other as well is going to be cool to share. But that's the thing is, we get to keep these moments, and it's our job to capture these moments. But you guys get to share this with your kids, your grandkids. You think about things like that. As I'm coming back from a family trip, I spent time with my grandma, and sharing the things that I'm doing and my kids are doing. It's just a cool thing. So we're going to end on one final question, is just what all these wonderful things that have happened because of the game of soccer, and because of your guys' bond and participating throughout, how important is this game, is this moment, is the experiences that you've had that are a little bit bigger than just the score on the scoreboard in your life moving forward, the things that it's taught you about being a good sister and a good person?
I mean, soccer has taught us a lot, just how to win and lose as a team, as sisters, how to be a good teammate, how to just put trust in each other that we're going to go out there and work our hardest, for every single minute. I mean, soccer will forever have the biggest impact on our lives, because it gave us some of the best memories ever.
And just hoping that, this isn't the end for soccer either. We're going to go on, we're going to be coaching, we're going to be playing, we're going to be watching our kids play, whatever it may be. It's really formed us into who we are today. And it's a really cool thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cool thing for me is all those things you just said, you're going to pass on to the people you coach and your kids, and all those wonderful life skills. And sometimes, soccer, there's the hard skills of the technique and the positioning and all the game planning, all that kind of stuff. But the soft skills that you guys just talked about, and the bond that you guys now have and share in this wonderful story, that kind of really puts a wonderful punctuation mark on it. Unless you guys do some amazing things the rest of the season, good luck to both of you. And thank you
Yes,
for joining me
thank you.
on the show today, and good luck.
Thank you so
you.
much.